There's a goat on the loose. Hello! One of your goats got out. Check this out. On one of my last videos, someone made a comment about these sunglasses. They're too big for my baby face. And they're probably right. But what's funny is these glasses have lasted years and they're cheap as all get out. And for some reason, like when they fall, the lenses just pop out and I can pop them right back in and they still work. And they were like $4 at Walmart. So I'm very happy. But right now I just got off the phone with our previous landlord from the Mount Vernon location. It's our last month there and I want that to end well. I don't want there to be bad feelings that we, stopped the lease. So just making sure they know, hey, we've moved out. Over the next couple weeks, we still have paid for this entire month of rent. So I told them like, hey, we'll get the sign down. We'll clean up any of our garbage. I don't like to end those relationships poorly and them to feel like we just left. I don't like that. So working on making sure that all goes smoothly and they are on the same page. All right, back out here at the Mount Vernon shop just to check in on what's going on. It looks kind of messy, but progress is being made. All right, see what we got here. So this looks like it's the water. This conduit has already been buried, goes behind the garage. This is where the power is gonna go because the box is right on the corner of the house. And then we got the fence being installed. So this is gonna be a 6-foot fence, kind of like we talked about here. This will be here to protect and give privacy to the Airbnb, the tiny house. And then you can see where the whole privacy fence along the perimeter of the shop space is gonna also have a fence. So 6-foot fence, probably next week we'll be wrapping it up. Right now we have an issue because the post is supposed to be going right where the excavator is and the excavator key is nowhere to be found. So I have to contact the contractor, see what's going on there. You can see they dug this here because this is where we're going to also bring in the water, right? So you got the sewer going this direction, water will go out this way, and then the power is going to the back of the building. So that's all ready to roll. And hopefully this time next week, the fence should be in and ready to rock and roll. Check this out. Our goat friend in the back literally just figured out how to get through this fence. Little brown guy, probably can't see him, he's in the shade. This guy right here, he just cut through the fence right there. He went through that thing. Check it out. Okay, we gotta go talk to the neighbors. There's a goat on the loose. No one is home. That's not good, but I see cars. Okay, we found somebody. Hello! One of your goats got out. One of the goats? So he didn't know any English, so I pulled up Google Translate and just said, one of your goats got out of the fence. So they're gonna send somebody over. Now we're out front of the property. We have determined that we need to invest a little bit more in gravel and extend this driveway. It's too narrow. You just gotta have more space. You can see that already trailers come down here, let alone just the trucks. You can already see the tire marks have come off of the road. So gonna probably get one more load of a dump truck of gravel and just extend it out a few more feet, maybe like this direction, just to give it a little bit better turning angle. Unfortunately, it's like 2 feet deep, so it takes a lot of gravel, but we got extended a few more feet out at the mouth of the entrance there. Marvin out here crushing it. Let's go.
Por aquí no. Sí. Sí. Ahorita voy a arreglar esto.
Sí, salen por aquí. No está todo madreado, toda esa.
No, pero esto se va a hacer.
Sí, no, este ya es cierto. Lo bajan para abajo.
There you go.
Sí, cierto, esto se baja.
Sí, es que meten la cabeza y lo apachurran.
Lo van puchando.
Thank you. Yeah.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Vamos a arreglar, voy a poner
Está bien.
Most of the guys are back, but just wrapping up the day here. Got all the mowers in the box. When we moved the Bellingham shop, we got 3 of the massive storage containers. We'll bring one of them here. But yeah, once the fence in here, it'd be nice just to get some privacy from the road, from the other buildings. But so where it'll all happen. Like over on this side, we got the portable toilet, but then like the bins, the ladders, the wheelbarrows. It'd be nice to have another box here. And this one's only 20 foot. I remember when we bought this, it was like $2 grand. Now these things are like $6 or $7 grand. It's ridiculous. But we got 3 of the 40 footers in Bellingham. So we'll bring those, well, at least one of them down here once we move the shop up in Bellingham as well. The main reason I came down to the Mount Vernon shop today was actually just to get the internet installed. So met the installer there, got him inside, set all of that up. So internet's good to go. And now I'm actually headed to the command center off-site So it's 6 o'clock this evening. We have a dinner at a restaurant. We have it in a back room. It's kind of private, and just kind of go over the vision of the company, what we're working on, what we have done so far this year. And so this is a little bit different. Usually we have an offsite in the spring and in the fall, but this past spring rush was so crazy. I just felt bad asking anyone to even take an evening and do work-related things. So we pushed it off. Now we're all the way in August. But just having these offsites is something that I kind of look forward to it. And then I feel pretty responsible during these to like make sure that it's worth their time in the evening, as well as it is inspirational and gives them a fuller scope and picture of what we're doing at Augusta. Since every single day they're barraged with hundreds of calls and unhappy customers and sort of all the negative stuff. Really why we're doing what we're doing and what the vision of the company is, and that there is a future for them if they want to build their career. And if they're not going to, I hope the skills that they do get and the opportunity to learn and grow and be leaders is beneficial in their career. So this specific offsite, Lee has sort of challenged me to share more of the vision of what I'm thinking Augusta wants, what I want it to become in 20 years. Since I have not talked about that a whole lot with the local team, and even with the franchisees, I don't talk about it a ton because I like to be more executionary in my thought process, and I really think that my actions will prove a lot of the vision. However, his argument to me is that it needs to be done to inspire and give people a glimpse into the future a little bit more. So I'm gonna try to push the boundaries a little bit and talk about my thoughts of what Augusta can and will become in 15 or 20 years. And since that's really the lens and the scope of years that I look through when it comes to success at Augusta Nation. I just dropped by my house real quick. The restaurant's not too far from here, but literally as I was getting ready real quick, I thought, you know what, like I could take my notes in. I have a whole bunch of notes written down, or I should just like talk from my heart, and because I know it's in here. I know it's in here, and maybe that would have a better impact than reading notes. And I think there's a balance. Like sometimes you want to be organized, you want to be professional, and other times it's like people just want to know that what you're saying comes from you and it wasn't something scripted. I think there's a balance, but even though I have 3 pages of notes, I think I might try to wing it. So we'll see. We'll see if we even keep this clip in here, because if I don't, probably not gonna keep this clip in here. I'm not oblivious to the fact that an offsite meeting is really a sales pitch. If you have really great people, you've got to keep them motivated, you've got to keep them inspired. That's what an offsite in my mind is like. I gotta sell them on staying with us. You gotta sell them on the vision, sell them on why we do what we do every single day. And it's almost like the World Series and the Super Bowl of what I have to do as a CEO, and that is keep the great A players. So that's the goal.
Yeah, you can guess. Okay. So number 1, we embrace constant improvement. Who do you guys think that is?
Oh, I think I know.
Everybody got somebody in line?
I guess we really shouldn't say this. And that's kind of why a lot of that pressure on me to grow is still there. Because theoretically, we can just stop at 100 locations, jack up the price of the franchisees, and be really, really profitable. But we would not make that happen in terms of constantly being able to change, evolve, and grow. And secondly, we're not going to change up the industry with 100 locations. No one's going to care. We have sprinklers. If the fire alarm goes off and there's a real fire, I will be running to the fire. Because it means that the entire building is a complete loss. We will have 120,000 gallons of water dropped on us in a second. We have a massive pump. Because there's not a hydrant down next to us, we have to have a tank. And immediately as one of those things would break, I will be running that fire so fast. That whole building is gone. I'm good at chopping off limbs. I did that. You should give me your first day.